One evening in the heart of Chicago, there was a nightclub with flashing lights. The music filled the air, intoxicating everyone as people danced joyfully, enjoying the peak of the night. But that night, Rihanna was there, standing out from the crowd. The famous singer appeared like an ordinary guest, but deep inside, she was searching for something meaningful, something with purpose. In the corner of the nightclub, there was a man holding a microphone, looking worn out. He had nothing but a few coins in his pocket and was dressed in tattered clothes, his eyes filled with hopelessness. Yet, at that moment, he began to sing passionately into the microphone. His words came out so sincerely and emotionally that every note seemed to carry the pain of his heart. He wasn't just a man struggling to survive. He was someone trying to find himself through music. The lyrics of the song told the harsh truths of life, yet they also carried a glimmer of hope. The man standing under the nightclub lights was telling his story to the world through his song. He was someone who had probably fallen thousands of times, but every time he rose again and continued. Through his lyrics, he was revealing the inner world he could never show to anyone else. Rihanna watched from the corner of the club, completely focused on the man on stage. She began to feel the pain and hope behind every word of his song. As a famous star, her life was often shaped by the attention of others. But this man, who would never be known, who would never stand in front of a large crowd, was possibly embarking on the most significant journey of his life in his own inner world. When the man finished his song, the crowd in the club fell silent for a moment. No one moved. Everyone paused and tried to understand the emotions behind the stranger's life. But he, without waiting for applause, quickly left the stage. It seemed like no one would ever appreciate his life, his songs. But Rihanna noticed the man leaving the stage. There was a sadness in his every movement. Suddenly, something within her called her to act. Rihanna left the crowd behind and quietly followed him. When she caught up with him, she approached and said, "I need to talk to you." The man turned around, surprised. "Who am I?" "I'm just a singer, maybe the worst singer in this club," he said. Rihanna smiled and listened to him encouragingly. "Your songs stirred something inside me. This kind of deep music can only come from the soul of a true artist." The man was taken aback by Rihanna's words. Living in poverty, hearing someone say such meaningful things affected him deeply. As Rihanna approached him, she said, "Listen to me. You can change your life. Let's create an opportunity for you." Rihanna listened to his story. The man's name was James. He had once had big dreams related to music, but life's challenges had left him in a very difficult position. Financial struggles, unemployment, and loneliness had weighed heavily on him. The sadness in James's voice broke Rihanna's heart. He was someone who wanted to change his life, but had never found a chance. Rihanna made a decision. "I know you have great talent within you. Would you like to work with me? I'll help you record your own album. Someone like you needs to contribute something to the world." James was in shock. After all these years, singing in small clubs and being ignored by everyone, now someone like Rihanna was truly hearing him. A few weeks later, James started recording his album with Rihanna's production company. He was transitioning from the worn-out, neglected man to someone on his way to becoming a star. Rihanna didn't just offer him a chance. She showed him that she believed in him and that he could find the dreams he had once lost. A year later, James's album made a huge splash and became well known. Rihanna had helped him fulfill the dream of that man she met in the nightclub. The man who once sang in the streets was now performing on stage in front of millions of people. The moment in that nightclub had marked the turning point in James's life. And Rihanna, that night in the nightclub, saw not just a singer, but a person following his dreams and achieving victory in his eyes.